I'm back. Yeah, time for some reviews. In 2015, here we go. Hey, hey, Maria, where's my pants?
Welcome back to Little Piece. I'm going to use it for the females, but it's perfect. Welcome back, my little TCLs. It's Scorpion72. I'm going to bring you the review of the 3-pack from the Arkham Origins of from DC Collectibles. It's a 3-pack basically consisting of Red Hood, which is actually the Joker before he becomes the Joker, Copperhead, and Deathstroke. So as you can see, it's in a window package. At the back to show you the figures that have already been released from this wave, from this line. Very collector friendly. You can open it from the top here and put back the figures if you wish. This review is basically going to be more focused on Copperhead. The reason for that is Joker is pretty much the same figure, or sorry, I said Red Hood is pretty much just the same figure that you got if you got the single pack figures, the single blister card figures. And the same thing goes for Deathstroke. He's the same figure, just a different head. So both of these figures will have different head. Copperhead is actually the new figure in this box set. So I'm going to take a look at them right now. Alright, so here we are with Deathstroke. So my main man Deathstroke comes with the same weapons if you got him on a single pack card. Basically with his staff. He has a sword, which, as I mentioned, if you watch the video that I already did of Deathstroke from the Batman Arkham Origins line, it's a little bit flimsy. This one seems a little bit tiny bit solid, more solid than the last one, but not as much. So as I mentioned this again, be careful with the sword because it could break. Still goes in the sleeve, just like this. Articulation, like I said, is basically the same from what I did in the other video. There's still the ab crunch is where you're going to have the most problems, because even this one I can't even bend back, so I have to either do the hot water, boiling hot water trick, or if you have a blow dryer, that works to loosen up and weaken up the plastic, or to get the ab crunch to work. It comes with the same gun, and that's pretty much it. It's basically the same figure. Too bad it didn't come with a little bit more battle damage. The armor does look a little bit more shinier, I must say. It's a little bit more metallic shine to it. I guess if he came with like a battle damage, like a broken weapon, or like say even the contract that he was hired for to get Batman, would have been cool. The newest thing on this figure is basically the face. He's on a ball joint. It has the same rotation. I'm going to show you a little bit more closer look at the new head on this figure, because basically that's the only thing that's really new on this guy. Still cool if you want to have him, if you prefer your Slade Wilson without the mask, or if you already have their other one, this one too, you can have one with a mask or without a mask. So as you can see, it's really well detailed. He has a scar right here on his patch where he lost his eye. The hair and everything, he's got the gray look. He's got a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow as well. And on the back here, you can see with a strap that actually holds his eye patches. It's like a two-way thing to make sure it really stays on there. So as I mentioned before, the new thing basically with this with his 3-pack with Mr. Wilson here, it's basically the head, and it's a really well done sculpt of the head. So as I mentioned, all that's new on this figure is the head. He's maskless, so if you have the other Deathstroke from the other line and you want to have like Slade Wilson without his mask on, then this is a good pack for you to get. As I said before, it's too bad that you come with like something else like a contract, or even like the mask, like his helmet that you couldn't put on, but it seems like he can carry like his helmet that you could put underneath his shoulder. Would have been cool as an extra accessory for this figure. Okay, so next we're going to take a look at the Joker, or I should say Red Hood. Here we have Red Hood. So, as the story goes, as most of you already know, got talked into doing this job. He had to go disguised as the Red Hood, which is taking many different characters wearing this Red Hood costume, cape. The job went bad. Batman showed up, fell into a vat of chemicals, became the Joker. So I didn't get the other figure for this Batman Origins line, so I'm going to go through the articulation of this pretty quick. Basically, it has it's first the neck. It seems to be on the ball joint, moves up and down, left, right. I know there is no head or face underneath here. So he has basic shoulder movement, no ball joints on the shoulder. He has elbow articulation as long as elbow swivel, right there. He has wrist articulation, inwards and rotate. He has waist articulation, but it's kind of slightly hindered by his jacket. It's pretty tight. No ab crunch. He has also leg movement, articulation on the ball joint, single joint in the knee, and no ankle articulation whatsoever. So it's really just a straight basic type of buck for this figure. Now, upon looking at him, I thought it was really weird that the cape here on the hood doesn't go as long as the jacket. It seemed kind of short to me. I was trying to figure out why until I realized, well, as you see when I did my other Red Hood review, I do have another Red Hood. So, not even going to bother the press. I'm just going to show you. Basically, it's the same cape, the same hood, just painted differently, and that's what they added to this figure. So that explains why the cape's not flying. You see, it looks more natural on the DC Direct figure that they did, the Unmasked series they did with like Batman, Batgirl, Superman, and Joker. You can see it looks more natural on him than the one for the Arkham Origins. Although it's not bad, it's more metallic and all, but I'm just saying this is basically a reuse of the same Red Hood on a different figure. Alright, so here you have Copperhead, which is the new figure in this 3-pack. Well, completely new sculpt, completely new figure in this 3-pack. Based off a video game also. In this version of Copperhead is female. For those of you who are DC fans and comic book fans know that Copperhead predominantly was a male from the very beginning. In this series, in this video game, she's a female. So, which is pretty cool. So she's got this snake-like eyes, and the sculpting on this is really well done. What's new is that they're trying out this flesh tone on her. So basically from the underneath her chest to her thighs, it's a soft plastic with the articulation underneath. Deathstroke had something similar to that with his arms, as I did a review with that, which in turn you have to be careful because you're not sure where the articulation is and you don't want to end up breaking this figure. So we're going to take a look at that now. Her head's on a ball joint, turns left, right, up, down. She has a ball joint on the shoulders. The arms swivel. I find them kind of loose a bit on mine, but hopefully it's not too loose to a point that they're snap off, so I was really worried about that. Single bend in the elbows. She has articulation in the wrists as well as the hand, so it can go inwards, outwards, like she's going to do an upper claw motion type thing. Her swivel is at just underneath the chest. She can go from left to right. And she does have an ab crunch, and this is where it comes in, where this is basically, it allows her to move like a snake. So they gave her like a snake effect. So wherever she bends and twists, you can see that the skin twists at the same time. where she moves. So it really looks like real skin. This I think is really cool, and something that would be pretty cool to add to the other figures. It really does hide it keeps the sculpting all around, as well as give you the ab crunch, like a natural ab crunch of a person. For her, abnormal, because she's like a snake type person. You can actually get her in poses like way back like this, or even really forward, like I think even further than if she did have like an ab crunch. Continuing articulation, there's no swivel at the waist. She does have her legs in the ball joint. The twist here at the thighs. She has double knee articulation, as well as ankle rockers. So her ankle can swivel from side to side, go forward and backwards. And she's barefoot, which is pretty cool, so it's pretty much game accurate. What I'm going to do is just give you a little more close-up of all the sculpting, because it's really well done. And this is, of course, this is my favorite figure of the 3-pack. Not just because it's new, but because they really up the ante on the articulation and give you something completely different that you're used to for normal 3-pack, where they just throw in a new figure. This one is new with new articulation and a new type of way of doing like the ab crunch, which I find really cool. So as I mentioned, she has this cool tattoo that's on her chest. She's got the paint on the eyes. If you see, it's white eyes, and you have the little snake eye. Basically, there's a little line in the middle like a real snake. Just the sculpting on this figure is really well done and quite amazing. Right down to her feet. And of course the back. Just well done sculpting, basically capturing the character of Copperhead based on the video game, and it's really well done. So this villainous trio from the Batman Arkham Origins story, or should I say video game, should still be available at specialty shops and online retailers. If it's something that you're already collecting, this line of all the Batman video game figures, and it's up your alley, then it's definitely something for you. As mentioned before, basically Deathstroke, the only thing that's new on him is the new sculpted head, because he's unmasked. Joker has the Red Hood. He just has the red hood and the cape, as well as, you know, they could have given him like open hands or something, because he has two-fisted hands that I forgot to mention earlier, so he can't hold anything. And Copperhead is actually the winning figure of this set, which I really like. And if you want to add her and have her to your collection of Arkham Origins figures, or Arkham figures I should say, not just Origins, because they've been running now for 3 games, and there's a 4th game coming out later this year, Arkham Knight, and there's figures for that as well, and it looks pretty amazing. So I'll probably be picking up a few of those, especially the Arkham Knight one. He looks like a really cool Batman villain type figure. Anyways, this is Scorpion72 with another review of the Batman Arkham Origins 3-pack. And until next time, keep playing.